Good morning, Lord Usher. Right on time. Oh, I'm sorry. I know you prefer to whisper. Your hypothesmia often gets worked up. I do understand. Please, take a seat. I'm sorry. I'll turn the pages of this book a little softly for you. There we go. Now, what has been ailing you for you to write to me stating the fact that you are needing a bit of help for right now? And did you knowingly bury your sister alive? So you believe it could be something as part of the subconscious, part of the id, perhaps? Perhaps you are registering negative feelings for your sister, perhaps due to some negative relationship you had with your mother. How was your relationship with your mother, if you don't mind my asking, Sir Usher? My apologies. Fascinating. Have you heard of the Oedipus Complex? Not to worry, it is my field of expertise to state my working theories to my clients, of course, considering how they are specially selected. The Oedipus Complex is basically the psychological phenomenon that manifests within all men, stating that they hate their fathers and they love their mothers to a romantic degree, and that their hatred for their fathers stems for their unrequited love subconsciously towards their mothers. Now, could it be that perhaps when your father died, the fact that your mother did not show, the fact that your mother withdrew her love from you and your sister, that this could have sparked a domino effect within you to hate both your mother and your sister, considering how the two are so similar? Let me simply write this down. Well, the reason why I use this is simply because I'm trying to cut back on my tobacco use and, frankly, also my powder intake at the request of my doctor. He states that I'm going mad with the substance abuse, but frankly, I believe that the doctor himself is going mad. I don't believe a word doctors say. They're all full of crap. Anyways, back to my theories. perceptions being so heightened, you can come back and we can compare the results we get from that session to this session and see whether or not they've gotten better, worse, or stable. How does that sound, Mr. Usher? Of course, it sounds great. I'm Sigmund Freud. Everything I say is legendary. Now, give me one moment. I'm simply going to be gathering some equipment. My journal down over there. Now, we're going to get rid of the first and most annoying sense that you've stated, and that is your sense to, or rather your response to visual stimuli. So I'm going to be testing your, that sense really, and you simply tell me how painful it is on a scale from 1 to 10. Alright, Sir Usher. Excellent. Now, what I'm going to be doing to you, Sir Usher, may I call you Roderick? Excellent, thank you, Roderick. Now, what I'm going to be doing to you, Roderick, is simply flashing the light 4 times in this eye, 4 times in this eye, and then afterwards we'll repeat that same process, but you'll simply be covering one eye at a time, and I'll repeat it, doing 4 times on this eye, and then 4 times on this eye. Okay? Excellent. Now, to begin, I'm going to be starting with this eye, so one, two, three, four. Okay. Now this eye. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Now cover this eye. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Other eye. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, on a scale from 1 to 10, how painful was that? 100. Alright, well, we're gonna be continuing on with these tests to see if just the strict flashing is hurting your eyes, or if you can simply focus on it and the pain simply deteriorates, or something along those lines. Now, to continue on with that test, I'm simply going to be needing you to look at the light as I'm flashing it in your eyes. Alright? Excellent. Keep focus on the eye. On the light. Bear with me, Roderick. It's all in the name of your betterment. Now, did the pain of the light make your reception to the light worsen throughout the test, or did it get a little better as your eyes were getting accustomed to the exposure? Sigurd was alright. So on a scale from 1 to 10, 1,000. Alright, so the flashing was from a scale to 1 to 10, 100, and the following the light was the 1,000. Alright, I will simply note that down in my journal. I am so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, Roderick. I don't want to call you Sir Usher, it's so formal. But I am so sorry, Roderick. I'll try and click my pen a little softly. And flip the pages a little more softly as well. soon as I opened the bottle. Impressive. What is the smell, if you know what the smell is? Impressive. And on a scale from 1 to 10, how potent can you sense the smell? 50. Alright. So now for the spray. You simply tell me if you can smell it, and it is going to be making a sound of shh. So if it's too strong for you, simply tell me and I'll discontinue the use of the bottle. Alright. Excellent. Now, it was a sharp pain. I do apologize, but can you smell it? Okay, and what does it smell like? Excellent job. You could smell the liquid from within the bottle. Impressive. And how potent a smell was it? 100. Alright, and now for the second cream. You can already smell it. Alright then, what does it smell like? Don't wave it. Oh, I do apologize. It's oh, okay. But what does it smell like? Alright, and how potent was the smell? Alright, that is quite impressive, Roderick. Quite impressive indeed. Now let me simply note that down. 1,000 once more. Okay. Now, for the next test, I'm going to be testing your touch senses. So, for this test, I'm going to be simply alternating between touching your face and pecking your face with this pen point. So, keep still, Mr. Roderick. Mr. Roderick. No, your name is Roderick. Your name is just Roderick. No formalities needed. Now, you simply tell me when you can feel me touching your face. Okay. And okay. That felt like I stabbed you in the face. Interesting. Okay. Now, tell me when I am touching your face. Okay. Now, once more, Z-pen. I'll use the side now. Once more, it felt like I stabbed you in the face. Okay. Interesting. I'm sorry. I'm fascinated. Can you feel this? You can. Okay. What about? Oh my God. I'm sorry, Roderick. I just want to. It all feels like I'm stabbing you in the face. Alright. It's all in the name of psychology and science and medicine, Roderick, and also for your own betterment. So please do bear with me. Now, I will be noting down your results in my journal. precipitate